What's up? It's your boy, Ryan Nason.
That's the fastest bleep we have ever had.
And I'm here with
Savannah.
And
Robbie. And that is the PodBoi's record.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think it could get any faster.
This is right after Ryan told us to hold back on the F-bombs this time, so he didn't have to edit as much.
Yep. It's gonna.
And then he goes, drops the fastest one ever.
Yep, it's gotta happen. Okay. Well, as we all know, Wes is fake, but he's proven it again this week by not being here.
So isn't this his third week in a row missing?
Yeah, I don't know. They're all starting to run together. I don't remember the last time he was here.
Yeah.
He's a boy.
Atwood wasn't here last week either.
Neither was Robbie. But we're all squatted up now. The three that know stuff about football. Shots fired. Shots fired.
Yeah, your opinion is canceled if you're a Kentucky fan.
Or I think Wes is Wisconsin, so he's canceled as well. Alright, so since we said we know about football, let's jump right into the picks.
Garbage game first.
Yeah. Number 9, Oklahoma. 8-point favorite at the G.
The G.
Yeah, the G spot. Okay.
Oh, no.
The Amon G. Carter Stadium.
That ain't it, Chief.
Yeah, that ain't it.
Look, I've been there before. 40,000 fans going wild, okay? It's a
40,
crazy environment.
40,000?
Yeah, I think it's like...
Don't even throw that number out there again, Ryan. It's just embarrassing.
Look, 8-point favorite. TCU's coming off their third loss in 4 games. We're winning it, Chief. Upset alert. Okay, I didn't pick them last week and I got that pick right. I'm picking them this week. Those turnovers ain't happening. And Gary has the second-year coach's number. Mark it. What you got, Savannah?
Okay, y'all's quarterback has had almost as many interceptions as he has had touchdown passes. So he's had 8 interceptions and 9 touchdown passes. So, I don't know about that stat, Ryan. I also got this pick wrong last week, so I put my faith in TCU. And that was over someone I really thought they would beat. So, I'm not going with them this week. I don't trust them. I'm gonna take number 9 Oklahoma for the win.
And Robbie?
I think this game is going to go exactly how the only 2 TCU games I've watched have, and they're going to lose.
But it'll be close losses.
I think that it's going to be like the first half of the Ohio State game, where TCU's competitive, but then the second half, they just shit the bed. And I think Oklahoma covers that 8-point spread easy.
Well, hopefully not, okay? Hopefully not. We need the path set up for the good state of Texas to be back in the championship. Alright, Savannah, what's the next game?
Alright, up next we have the standoff in Michigan. Number 6 Michigan is playing at number 24 Michigan State. What you got, Ryan?
Well, my heart wants to tell me Michigan is a top team and could possibly be in that Final Four. But my mind is telling me Jim Harbaugh is not good in rivalry games. And I think he craps the bet again, and I think Sparty takes it. Who you got, Savannah?
You know, I know this is in basketball, but
Oh no.
I always will remember the time that MTSU was like a really low seed in March Madness and upset Michigan State. So, going off of that, I'm going to say Michigan State is garbage, and Michigan's going to dog them.
Oh.
It has absolutely nothing to do with their football talent. Just wanted to bring it up again.
Okay, Robbie, you got any actual projections?
I would say that Ryan is right, and Jim Harbaugh is garbage in rivalry games. It's a noon kickoff. Smarty gets it done.
Okay, so that's 2v1, Savannah. Someone will fall.
Yep.
But, I mean, I think Jim Harbaugh preparing for this game, he might be playing the new Assassin's Creed game, which is set in Greece. Like, he's just a weird dude, so I feel like he might be like, this is the attack they're going to be going with.
I think Harbaugh is just forever going to be like an 8-4 coach.
Yeah, I mean, he never does quite enough to get fired, but he probably should be fired.
He's not good enough to be natty, but he's not bad enough to get canned.
Yeah, he's not good enough to get rehired, though, probably, whenever his contract's up.
Some old coaches just need to know when to retire.
He led a team to a Super Bowl, okay?
Does it look like they're playing in the NFL?
No.
Well, I mean, he was the same way at Stanford.
Yeah, those Stanford teams were good, but they kind of run an outdated offense. All his teams do in college.
All right. Next game, we have North Carolina State, who is ranked number 16. Did not realize that. They're playing at number 3 Clemson. The best team in the ACC right now. Damn it.
Well,
God.
Well, at least you said it.
Baby steps. Getting there.
All right, so supposedly this is like a big-time rivalry game. And
Really?
ESPN was running a story about how NC State and Clemson was a rivalry game not that many people knew about. I don't know. I think the 17.5 point favorites is probably a little bit too much for this game. But
That's a lot for a rivalry game.
I think Clemson has the athletes to be able to survive an upset alert. It'll be close, but I don't think Clemson falls this time. What you got?
I actually think I am going to pick the upset because North Carolina State has a stud of a quarterback right now. He's apparently he's a 6th-year football player for North Carolina State, so it's his 6th season with him. But according to his stats, he has snapped the season with like over 1,600 yards. So he's gonna go off in this game. Clemson, I don't know that they're ready for that. So by just barely, possibly like a field goal in overtime or something, North Carolina State's gonna win this.
Hey, he's got a good name. Ryan Finley. Ryan stick together, but he's falling this time. What about you, Robbie?
I think Clemson wins.
That's the smart choice.
Dang. Okay.
All I got. Clemson.
Alright.
Alright, so our only pick 'em I think we've picked this year, by the way.
Yep.
We got my new favorites and last year's national champs.
Reigning national champions.
Yeah, right. Number 10, University of Central Florida at Eastern Carolina University.
Ron, aren't they the only one of your updated Final Four that hasn't lost since?
I think so. I've not had a good year because I'm pretty sure my first season one, I had Miami and TCU.
Yeah, that shit ain't happening.
So, yeah, let's not talk about that. I think Central Florida was last week where it was a 1-point victory. I think that's going to have them woke up some and realize they need to start blowing people out if they want any chance at respect. So I think they come out hot against ECU. Mackenzie Milton is going to solidify himself as the second best player in a group of 5 school behind Oliver at Houston.
I was about to say, he's about to hit 1,800 yards. That's impressive. But
what say you, Savannah?
So, even though neither team is picked to win in Vegas, the matchup predictor has UCF at a 94.2% win chance. So, that's pretty crazy for there not to be a favorite in Vegas. They're putting a lot of faith in ECU, apparently, that ESPN is not. That being said, I'm going to go with the experts at ESPN and say that UCF is going to continue the streak. I think the streak is kind of pointless because they play in a shit conference, but they're going to continue the streak. All right, Robbie.
I think UCF wins, but I think it'll be close just because I don't think there's going to be a lot of defense played on either side. I think it's going to be a shootout, but I think UCF gets it done.
Okay. This is probably my favorite segment of the week.
Favorite segment every week.
And I don't know how it's going to go because this is one.
They're the Utah is the Utes, aren't they?
Yeah, there's really no good jokes you can make. So we got the Trojans of USC at the Utes of Utah.
I just want to know, are Utes, is that like an
it's an Indian
tribe?
I think so.
Okay. Well, I knew they had like the feathers on their little logo.
I'm just going to call it straight up. USC wins. It's going to be a tight battle. But I think USC handles the pressure well. There might be some friction in spots, but I think at the end of the day, they aren't going to get caught slipping. USC wins. In a tight one.
I think the Trojans are going to try to... No, never mind.
Oh, no.
Never mind.
Okay.
This is a tough one because they're Indians, so you got to tread lightly.
Yeah, we can't be racist.
We cannot be canceled.
Like, the native people got mad respect for them. That's... No jokes can be made about them.
I don't feel like our 5 viewers would report us, but still.
If you're listening to us, you know we're on our bullshit.
Whenever we get big, we cannot.
We'll have to delete our old episodes.
We'll have to delete everything. It'll be like the lost days. Okay, so who you got?
But that being said, I love the Trojans. Really do.
Whoa.
but I'm going to have to go Utah. I think it's going to be like a super close game. And honestly, this is a hard one to pick because it's going to be so close. And also, it's 2 unranked 4-2 teams, so who really gives a damn? But I just think the Utes are going to pull this out. It looks like they have a decent running back. So... maybe that'll help them out.
Robbie, what about you?
I'm going to stay away from the innuendos this week. But I think Utah's going to beat them. They just upset, I guess you could call that an upset, against Stanford last week and beat them pretty handily, so going with the Utes.
Okay. The Utes are better than the Utes, Savannah, by the way.
You're lucky I didn't drop an F-bomb right there. Because I almost did.
Well, instead of saying the F-bomb, maybe you could just say, duck you. Which brings us right to our game this time. Number 12, Oregon, at number 25, Washington State. And after a couple years off, I think Oregon's back. I think they win pretty handily over our boy, Michael Leach.
Is that where College Game Day is going to be?
And Oregon gets the dub.
Yep, it's at Wazoo.
Leach is going to be going wild.
I feel like
Leach might be the celebrity picker, and he might pick against Washington State. That's just how weird he is.
I feel like that's a pretty low rate game for College Game Day to be hitting.
Well, there's no top-notch games this week.
I mean, Mississippi State and LSU play, and they're higher ranked.
They can't go back to LSU.
Oh.
Have they already been to LSU?
I think they did, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, never mind. I was about to say, why are they doing that if
Well, they could, but
you got
they
the
don't
number
want
5
to.
team playing a 22 team? Anyways, I don't really keep up with Oregon.
Hold on, pause while you're thinking of it. Robbie, is Washington State the school that, there's that flag that is at every college game day that's a Washington State one? You know what I'm talking about?
No, I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure that, like, the fans fly around a Washington State flag and to, like, fly at every college game day. It's kind of weird. Okay, so, breaking news. Savannah just showed me that Washington State's quarterback has thrown for 2,400 yards
Oh,
this
yeah.
season.
19 touchdowns.
Dude is a stud.
That is hard. Dude is going the flip off at Washington State.
I mean, he ain't no Justin.
Mike D had a walk-on putting up numbers.
He's
What do
a
you
walk-on?
expect him- What do you expect him to do when he gets the guy that's on scholarship?
My dude is going TF off.
So with him going TF off, you think he upsets the Ducks?
Technically, it's not an upset if they're picked to win.
What? They're favored by like 3, aren't they?
Yeah, they're picked to win by 3.
But is it an upset
They're ranked
because
number
of the
25.
AP polls?
I was about to say, it's kind of crazy that the number 12 team is picked to lose to the number 25 team. I feel like there's a disconnect happening in your ranking system.
Or that's
if
just
that's
how wild
happening.
the Wazoo is.
Anyways,
The Cougs.
I'm going to have to go with the favorite for this game. Like I said, that's crazy stats for their quarterback. I think they're going to need a good quarterback like that to keep up with the fast-paced offense. Who you got, Robbie?
I'm also going to go with Washington State because Oregon's been wishy-washy.
Overrated.
They're
Yeah.
undefeated if they didn't fumble.
They're wishy-washy, and I'm going to pick my boy Mike Leach.
That's my favorite meme I've ever seen and like signed is like it says something like 2,000 uniform combinations, 0 national championships. Talking of Oregon, and it's got the O as their logo as a 0. They trolled them for sure.
Yep.
Overrated.
Overrated.
Speaking of a team that's overrated,
Oh, wait.
Vanderbilt.
Wait before we start. This last segment here,
Oh yeah, it just
means more.
Trust me more.
Brought to you by the Southeastern Conference.
We need a picture of a girl, a blonde lady with an Alabama shirt on, like hanging her Alabama flag up on her wall.
Yep.
It just means more.
And then people grilling.
Yeah. Couple of white dudes on the grill. Not fing up a burger.
Well, there goes one. Okay, let's
Unseasoned ass chicken.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. We got Trash Vanderbilt at number 14. Trash Kentucky, who's 11.5 point favorites.
Trash and trash.
Look,
Literally. These are both garbage teams. There's no Kentucky fan here to defend them right now. Kentucky has historically been bad.
So you don't want to make your pick. I'm researching something on the fly.
Okay. So, like I said,
There's
Kentucky.
no way you can pick up this game.
Kentucky's garbage.
Vanderbilt. And Kentucky's still better than Miami.
The only thing that's gonna help Kentucky is that it's a home game.
Oh my god.
I'm going with the upset because Vandy also has a good quarterback. Hear me out. Vandy has a good quarterback.
You are canceled, my friend.
That's the only thing they have going for them.
They're the best back in the country.
The best what?
Kentucky has the best running back in the country.
Look, Savannah might be canceled, but
He's canceled.
give her a break.
The best.
This research ain't working. Alright, Savannah, what?
The best running back, though.
Who's
Who's
better?
better?
I don't know. Anybody from a decent team.
If you take Benny Snell
If you
off,
go to Kentucky, you're just
probably
immediate
5.
garbage, okay?
you gonna tell that to Randall Cobb?
No. He kicked my ass.
Shut the fuck up.
I don't care what anyone says. Vandy's pulling off an upset by a miracle. It's gonna be a Music City miracle, you might say.
Oh
Can we
my
slap
god.
that? If Vanderbilt, you can slap me, but if Kentucky wins, I get to slap Ryan.
No.
Deal.
Dick.
Alright, you heard it here, folks. Heard it here first. That is not happening.
That
Okay.
has happened.
Listen, your man ain't shit if he don't take a slap bet for you.
Facts.
Ryan, did you make your pick?
No, Robbie, you keep on going. I'm trying to research something on the fly.
Well, I got Kentucky, and I got Kentucky covering the spread.
That's not
Kentucky,
helping.
but sorry, Ryan. That's all I got.
Hold on. I will find this really quick.
I almost picked Kentucky, and I had to change of heart last second just to go with Vandy.
You're canceled.
If you want me to be 100% real with you, Chief, I pretty much just did that to troll Atwood. So, here's a good f*** you to Atwood.
So, y'all keep on talking. Hold on, I'm stalling.
Alright, well, let me share some good news while Ryan does this. I won HQ tonight.
Oh. Yep, the office one.
Yeah, they did an office-themed HQ trivia. And I
But you
won.
win like 50 cents.
14 cents. It was like their biggest win ever. They had like 36,000 people in.
The first time that I played on the way to Kentucky, actually, to watch a UT Kentucky game,
Yeah,
I got the question.
didn't it give you like 7 free lives or something?
It was like 4, but yeah.
Alright, I found what I was looking for. Okay. So, my boy T Grizzly, the rapper, pretty sure he went to the University of Kentucky, or at least spent time in Lexington. So I believe, Savannah,
In prison?
maybe, I believe that he would be saying that you were preying on his downfall. Alright? But they're going to stand tall. And they're going to show them disloyal how to ball. Okay? Because they're at home when they're in Lexington. Kentucky big. Benny Snell and my boy Cash gonna drop tons of points. And Cash plays defense. Okay?
We'll just see about that.
Straight cash, homie. I spent way too much time trying to figure out what song that was in. Okay. Speaking of something that I almost went to stall with, number 5 LSU hosts Mississippi State. Let's take a second to talk about how dope those helmets are.
Ooh. LSU, I usually think that LSU has, like, good-looking, like, their traditional uniforms look good. But these helmets are slick. If you have not seen them, they are purple, but under the stadium lights, they'll look gold. It's got, like, a weird shimmer to it that makes it look gold.
Pretty lit.
It is pretty lit. They look good.
And, speaking of them looking good, I think they'll look good on the field as well when they're blowing out Mississippi State in Death Valley. All I got.
That's all you got?
Yep. What about you, Savannah?
You know, I'm right there with you. I'm still pretty impressed by LSU. I honestly think they have good reason to be in the top 4. But they'll be there next week after they knock out another ranked team.
I mean, yeah, the victories just mean more.
It just means more when you beat another SEC team.
Robbie, you think anything changes, or you think they win?
It's the only game's worth a damn, I'll tell you. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead, Robbie.
I think LSU is going to win, but I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any means. Both offenses kind of suck. And Mississippi State actually has the number 1 defense in the country.
Dang.
So I think it's a close one. It's going to be some stupid score like 15-9, just a bunch of field goals. But I think LSU gets it done in Death Valley.
I should have known an SEC school had the best defense in the country. Because, I mean, it just means more there. And basically, if you're in the SEC, you should be 1 through 14 in every stat line. Like, if you're lower, then people are haters, right? So. Well,
typically in the SEC, they run their offense is a little bit slower and their defense is a little bit tougher. Traditionally,
they don't play Pee Wee football in the SEC and run no huddle offenses and no defense.
But TCU plays in that, and we stop teams. We just can't score more points than them. Okay, that's a problem we got.
The difference in the playing styles of the conferences is crazy to me. And then they all play each other. And
I felt over pretty similar.
I feel like it makes games harder to read when you got 2 different completely styled teams playing each other. Not that these are different styled teams, really. They're both, like you said, garbage offenses, basically. But
speaking of 2 different styled teams, number 1 Alabama travels to Knoxville to take on.
Oh, you just cut off in the middle.
To take on the trash Tennessee Volunteers.
You know what? I'm feeling the energy from Knoxville. It's telling me Tennessee's going to get their asses kicked.
Yeah, number 1 is going to have a problem finding parking for the bus so that they can get out after they destroy the Vols. It's not even going to be close. 28.5 points. I think they cover that. I wish I could cut back to last week's podcast because Savannah was like, "Oh yeah, Auburn's gonna win. It's not even gonna be close. 3 touchdowns."
I literally said Auburn's gonna win by at least 3 touchdowns. I'm so confident in that.
Wrong.
All right, Robbie. Let's hear your takes on Alabama at Tennessee.
I don't give a damn about the whole state of Alabama.
I saw that one.
We all heard that.
Alabama. Auburn.
Yup.
Tennessee is only going to lose by 21.
I feel like that's my prediction as well. They're going to do better than expected, but that doesn't say much about the game anyways.
like I kind of expect Tennessee to kind of be competitive for like a quarter, like maybe the first quarter.
Yeah.
But as long as Alabama has Tua, nobody in the country is going to touch them.
Well, I think that Tennessee's going to come in. They're kind of going to be riding that high from beating Auburn, and you know, everybody, their fans being a little bit happy about that game and stuff. They're going to be riding that high. So they're going to come in hot, but they're going to burn out quick.
I think it's going to help that Pruitt was the defensive coordinator there for like 2 or 3 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows the personnel. He knows what to do on offense, and that's why I'm saying only going to be 3 touchdowns. Also,
how you think it's going to be looking across the sidelines and seeing your old head coach?
Well,
you probably won't be able to see him because he's a midget.
I bet Nick Saban ain't worried because he's never lost to one of his former former assistants.
That's a record he'll hold until he dies because he's not going to retire. He's just going to continue coaching. They'll probably put his corpse on the sideline after he dies.
That reminds me of the Undertaker's WrestleMania streak. Eventually someone's going to have to beat it, but who's going to do it?
Okay.
So what?
You have to lose Brock Lesnar of all people.
I just wish it had been someone like that. Dang, since we're a wrestling pod now.
No.
I'm still mad.
They could have gave it to anybody. But
the WWE.
Oh my god.
Oh, I agree. Stupid and it's fake,
but they could have gave it to anybody and like actually gave someone like a stepping stone to become a bigger person. And it's Brock.
Nope. Just Brock Lesnar.
Brock didn't need that. Undertaker beat Shawn Michaels, for Christ's sake. Okay? Like, and Ric Flair. Woo! Okay. So, do we have anything else about number 1 Alabama at number 129 Tennessee?
Is that what they're ranked?
No.
On the F1?
No, there's only 130 teams, but let's be real, they're better than UConn.
I think they were ranked in the 60s. Because Athlon Sports Magazine, where Ryan did his internship, they do a ranking of every college football team every week. So check that out if you want to know where your team is ranked if they're garbage.
I wonder where TCU is.
I just want to point out Tennessee has a more quality win than Miami does this year.
Right now, they're undefeated against the state of Alabama. So...
Listen, it has been, 5 days since we beat Auburn?
I think so.
It's been 2 years since Alabama beat Auburn, so...
Well, maybe the tide's turning, if you know what I'm saying.
That's why we're only going to lose by 21.
All right, do we have anything else to talk about?
Shout out Red Sox. They're going to the World Series. The Braves suck.
Let's just say for a second that I know baseball's America's sport or whatever. It's pretty boring to watch.
You're canceled.
That's my hot take for the week.
Are canceled.
That may be a hotter take than Vandy winning.
You picked Vander... Oh my god.
Yeah, I picked Vandy.
I thought you were joking for a second and then changed your mind.
No, I was going to pick Kentucky and I just couldn't do it. I have to say it just to piss Atwood off.
We picked this week and you're a gambling man. You bet the house on Kentucky covering that spread.
And you also bet the house on Miami still finding a way to lose their bye week.
Shut the hell up.
Yup.
Boy, your team wasn't even really a team till 2012.
Look, we won a national championship before y'all. Okay?
In 1936.
Yeah, 1936. That means a lot.
Oh my god.
All of Miami's championships have been since 1980. you look at the 80s, 90s, 2000s.
But ain't none of them good
Quality.
since the playoffs. That's the only thing that matters, right, Savannah?
Yeah, shut the hell up.
You said it.
I think I meant to say the national championship game, but even that was like 1998 or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What?
I think that's what I meant to say, but I thought
The
it was longer
BCS?
than that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was 98.
Because
That's what I
Tennessee
thought.
won the first BCS.
I was about to say
Go
Miami's
Ball.
only won one since then. 2001. Should have won too, but
And Tennessee's also won
I'm not
one since
mad.
then.
that's
Checkmate.
that's another reason that I have to say just one time. Ohio State.
Yup.
The 2002, I think it was 2002 national championship was garbage. If they'd had a replay camera, Miami would have 6 national championships.
If you want to go watch a fun game, go watch the 1985 Sugar Bowl.
Who
I feel
played
like
in
I've
that?
seen.
What'd you say, Ron?
Who played in that?
I think it was Alabama, Tennessee.
UT in Miami.
A UTM.
Oh, I do remember that game.
He breaks off of Miami.
Yeah, Miami was supposed to fucking dominate too. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to drop that F-bomb. Miami was supposed to dominate too, and they did not.
Miami got the ball first and went down and scored
Like first
so fast.
play, yeah.
And then Keith Jackson was like commentating the game, was like, "Oh, UT better buckle down. This could be the beginning of the end already." They beat the brakes off of Miami.
I'll have to look that one up.
Look it up on YouTube and give it a watch. It's good stuff.
Alright, I guess, unless anyone else has anything to say, I guess closing statements. Obviously, follow the PodBois _podcast if you aren't following already, which I'm sure you are if you found this. Also, give Fake Boy West a happy birthday wish, I think on the 21st. He's fake, so also roast him for not being on the podcast this week. But,
Yup.
tell him happy birthday, I guess.
Say happy birthday, and by the way, you suck.
Yep. We'd say we miss hearing your voice, but it's kind of a cancer on the pod.
Alright, my closing statement is, I just want to let our pod listeners know that I am a Tennessee fan as well.
Nope.
Robbie just tries to piss me off, and then I have to shit on him. Like, that's the only option I have then. And it's not like I want to do this.
It hurt because we have the same amount of national championships since the BCS and the same amount since the playoffs. And that's what you said. That's what matters. We
Okay,
also have
you know
one
what?
win.
Let's just check the last 50 years and see who's had more national championships.
Awkward silence? Okay, let's just end this.
One more thing about Tennessee. Love Tennessee. I've always been a fan, you know. There's pictures of me as an infant wearing like my little UT cheerleading uniform and stuff.
You're a fake fan.
But I hate Tennessee fans. Literally, I hate Tennessee fans. That's the only downfall to Tennessee, is I hate the fan base. That's my only complaint. Love the team. Really do.
I want to mention, I don't even like Tennessee, but I bought a shirt the other day. So, it's probably like my third favorite SEC team now. Alright, moving on. What you got to say to close, Robbie?
I got nothing. Alabama, Miami.
Damn. Okay. Let's roll this out then. Alright. Savannah, you got the duties.
I'm dead.
Alright.
Alright.
Pod boys. Oh!